made, winning the throw in actual fact thing towards the River Flynn end, and well, they've had the first couple of attacks in the game, and another effort from boys dropped into the grateful arms of Leo McClune in the Linty's goals. Hint of rain coming down here again in actual fact, and well, I think I see Darragh Gallagher. In actual fact, we said he was playing at half forward. He's now moved into the corner. Nicky O'Donnell is out at left half forward. There's other positional switches as well. We'll tell you a little bit more about those in a moment. But Patrick O'Donnell has won all the breaking ball around the midfield so far, and well, he's winning the ball. And it's now with the centre half forward, Pádraig Sweeney. 5 points the last day. One of them the score equalising point in the last couple of minutes of the game. He flicks it out on the right hand side to his brother Mark. 3 Sweeney brothers all on the half forward line. That one coming in, dropping in, but Leo McClune lets it hop to his right. Then comes across his goal, sends a diagonal ball across the far side of the field. The referee, Paddy McBride, racing in there. He has spotted something, not quite sure what it is, and he's awarded a free in, not quite sure what it's for. Did Leo McClune overcarry the ball, or was there somebody else impeding another player trying to get to him? Not quite sure. No great indication from the referee, but certainly a free in and an opening opportunity for Kilcar on the 14-metre line, dead straight in front of the post.
Yeah, Thomas, an easy chance for Kilcar. And it's very interesting that he's given a 13-metre free in for Sweeney to kick this ball over the bar, but this doesn't want to spell what he did. He go up over the line. Was otherwise it would happen inside. Was it a penalty?
Yeah, indeed. Pádraig Sweeney, Julie is obliged, and knocked that 13-metre free over the bar. 2.5 minutes gone as the rain buckets down here again. Not unlike 2 weeks ago, and of course these players will be quite familiar with these conditions. Speaking to Paddy Sweeney, the Kilcar chairman, coming in earlier, he says, I don't think we played a game in the sunshine all year, and certainly his side have got off to a good start. They've been pressing in the opening couple of minutes. Patrick O'Donnell winning a lot of ball around midfield, and the kick out from Leo McClune, certainly the busier of the two keepers so far in the game. McClune in goal, Hugh McDevitt is at full back, Aidan Sweeney is in the right column, Phil McDevitt is in the left, Donal Cape at centre half back with Michael Regan on his right and Owen Wade on his left. Eugene Malloy and Anthony Thompson are at midfield. Leonard McDyer, Conall McNeilis and Darragh Gallagher make up the Naomh Conaill half forward line, with Brendan McGuire leading the attack, James Gallagher and Michael O'Donnell. Kilcar on the attack again. We'll give you that line up in a moment. Over there close to the stand side of the field, but well, it's a line ball for Naomh Conaill on that stand side of the field. Will be taken by the cornerback Aidan Sweeney up along the line, trying to find Darragh Gallagher over there. James, his brother, instead going for it close to the sideline. It's gone out of the Kilcar defender. I think that defender was Barry Shovlin, member of last week's county number 16 team, of course, that won that only second time ever the Buncrana Cup. A push in the back there on Brendan McDyer on the 20-metre line over on the stand side of the field. Brendan standing now with his back to the ball about 25 metres, or back to the stand about 25 metres out from the goals on the Jackson's Hotel side of the ground over there, and well, he's certainly going to be ambitious to kick this one all that distance with his left foot, not gaining a lot of ground coming across the field. Michael O'Donnell comes for it, fails to hold it, but it in nips the number 12, where that's Darragh Gallagher onto his right foot out to the midfielder. That's Anthony Thompson, but his effort goes to the right and wide as well. 1 point for Kilcar, no score for Naomh Conaill of Glenties, the defending champions, and well, I think Brendan McDyer a little bit ambitious there, Martin, to go for. They seem to be going for a score. It came as a high ball across and certainly helped the defenders, but
yeah, maybe what he should have done, Tom, there was played it short and said conditions are bad at underfoot conditions are bad. Interesting one, the Conaill has started on the 40 and now has moved to full forward, has moved inside the full forward, and McDyer has moved out to the front.
Yes, centre half forward again with the ball. That's Brendan, or that's Leonard McDyer, no relation to Brendan. Obviously touched the ball on the ground. Referee Paddy McBride over there in close as the rain close to the play, bringing the ball forward. Somebody obviously said something. The rain still teeming down here. Noel Hegarty, centre half back, so influential the last day. Brother of Michael's, kicking the ball up, but this one isn't a good one. It's going to work out well for Naomh Conaill. That's Owen Wade scoring equalising point. It was the only point of the second half for Naomh Conaill the last day. Also played well for Donegal under 16s last week at left half back. Maybe that's why he's back there this afternoon. The good ball down the middle, but Luke Carr, the Kilcar full back and captain, is equal to him. He flicked it outside to Barry Shovlin on this side of the field down to Declan Sweeney flicking it back across there to putting his midfield partner Patrick O'Donnell in trouble. O'Donnell is fouled though, and certainly Paddy McBride taking no nonsense, very much up at the play. A free to Kilcar just outside their 70-metre line, out to little Declan, or Mark Sweeney, brother of Declan, up along the line trying to find the ball inside to Gilles Boyle. Boyle comes for it, but Fails doesn't forget it. Instead, back there covering as Phelan McDevitt. Phelan really a tower of strength, the last 8 cornerback in the heavy conditions, the bigger man doing well. He's fouled and it's a free out there for Naomh Conaill, the fullback. Hugh McDevitt, brother of Phelan, he seems to have picked up a knock. Is it an ankle injury? I'm not quite sure, but a tentative enough opening, and certainly Naomh Conaill got off to a much better start the last day, Martin, so I'm sure Kilcar folks will be quite happy with the way the team are performing up to now.
Yeah, and when we look out now, Tom, it's bucketing down the range, so we're going to have a low scoring match, so it's going to, it's going to come down to maybe free kicks or something in this situation. Who can make the most of it, because there's going to be a lot of mistakes made, and it's a terrible day now for minor football. Sometimes you think about minor football and you say maybe from a point of view, even from a county point of view, that we should play the minor early, or maybe early in the year to play our minor championship, so that minor management can look at minor players. But conditions are bad, but Kilcar will be happier with the start, because considering the start that Naomh Conaill had the last day.
Yes, we're gone 6.5, almost 7 minutes here. Hugh McDevitt still receiving attention. That's the full back. Centre half back, Donald Cape is it standing over the ball, not quite sure. It's going to be a free for Naomh Conaill. It's Eugene Malloy, the midfielder, back on his own 20-metre line. He's captain of the side, and well, he's going to send this one long up at the side of the field, trying to find Dara Gallagher. Dara coming out under, but well taken there, broken down to Noel Hegarty by the corner back, Phelan McDevitt, or by Barry Shovlin. Shovlin.
Come on, Eugene, move on, man! Keep first! Keep first! Come on, first next, come on! That's safe! That's safe! Go, play! Come on, next, come on, Eugene! Eugene, come on! Move up the field, Eugene!
Just about, halfway between the 45-metre line and the 20-metre line, kicking it in again, trying to get the good ball inside to James Boyle. Boyle doing well, coming certainly a push in the back there, very close to the end line, between the end line and between the Ashley Carr, in actual fact, brother, son of Michael, of course, played for Donegal for many years, a colleague of Martin McHugh's at Kilcar club level, senior level as well, and Michael, a reading half-back, well, son Ashley, 16-year-old corner forward, as Pádraig Sweeney has another chance. We just got the one score so far. The rain still bucketing down here in McCool Park. 9 minutes gone. Pádraig Sweeney, a point so far, the only point of the game. An opportunity from the 14-metre line or the 13-metre line. Slightly acuter angle on this occasion. He sends it in, he sends it high, and he sends it over the bar. A very good score from a very good and assured free taker there. That certainly wasn't an easy score, and we're almost 10 minutes gone here. That was not an easy score. 13 metres out, halfway between the sideline and the post, and he split the post to make. There was no great doubt about it.
No great doubt about it. It's interesting that Kilcar made a score. I completely agree with it from a Kilcar point of view. They've actually put Philip O'Donnell back into defence. I thought the team was doing well as they were. They put Philip O'Donnell back into the defence, and he's the last man to take to put him back from wing half or back to defence and leave Luke Carr. This is the tactic they used the last day Kilcar, but I thought from a Kilcar point of view that it started well, Tom, and everything was going well, playing with the 6-man defender. So they've done that. It'll be interesting to see now what Naomh Conaill do, and will they get the loose man on the ball.
Yeah, certainly they've been frustrating Naomh Conaill's efforts up front now, and really they've had only one half chance. A poor kick out from Leo McClune. It'll work out okay though, because it's won by Hugh McDevitt, the fullback. He's pulled back on the 35 metres out from his own post, up along the far side of the field, trying to find Leonard McDyer, but the ball breaking. It's all Kilcar at the moment, in actual fact, outside side to the Patrick O'Donnell, the midfielder, cross to the far side to Noel Hegarty, out to Oisín McFadden. We haven't seen an awful lot of Oisín so far in the game. Excellent performance, Elastic. Good ball up into the corner. Certainly the Kilcar tactic is to bring that Naomh Conaill defence wide. That ball goes out though for a wide ball, or is it a 50-45 in actual fact? The first 45 of the game, there was a hint of a free there in actual fact as well. Hugh McDevitt and James Boyle going for that ball, close to the end line, close to the corner flag as well. And Oisín McFadden is standing about 10 metres in from the sideline on the stand side of McCool Park here. That will give you an indication where that ball went out. So it's a 45 to Kilcar. They're leading by 2 points to no score, and we're almost 11 minutes gone here in this minor championship final replay. Remember when the sides met here 2 weeks ago on county senior final day, it was 2-5 to not 11 in favour of Naomh Conaill. Kilcar coming with a late surge. In actual fact, Naomh Conaill scored 2 goals and 4 points in the opening 18 minutes. That free from Oisín McFadden coming in, but it's broken away there, and Naomh Conaill coming away, the full centre half back. That's Donald Tape reading down along, sending it up along the side of the field, over to the far side, trying to get James Gallagher onto the ball. 2 Kilcar with them, one of them breaks the ball out to Noel Hegarty. Hegarty goes back, retrieving it at the second attempt and showing great experience, playing it off to this side of the field to Oisín McFadden, coming just outside the 45 metre line. McFadden does well, flicks it up along, gets it inside to Declan Sweeney in a more advanced position, but a poor effort from Declan, and the first error he's made in the afternoon. He's playing a half forward now, in actual fact marking Michael O'Donnell. We'll watch where Darragh Gallagher's gone in a moment. The free is quickly taken by Eugene Malloy inside to his midfield partner Anthony Thompson. Eugene is fouled, and the free is quickly taken again, trying to get the ball inside to Conor McNeill, but no, the breaks from his grasp and is well covered there by the number 5. That's Barry McGinley over there. He's pulled back as he goes forward by Leonard McDyer, and it's a free out for Kilcar.
It's a booking for Leonard McDyer, Tom. It's just referee Paddy right away give the free and went to the book, and he's getting a yellow card. He just look careful. It's interesting that Noel Hegarty has started very well at centre half for Kilcar, and he is dictating the game so far. It's great to talk to Michael Carr. I remember him doing it a long time ago in 1918 and 25, but Noel Hegarty's been exceptional so far.
Yes, it's been all Kilcar, and certainly they'll be playing much the better. They've 2 points on the board. Naomh Conaill yet to score, and it's another line ball, and certainly the tactic of Kilcar seems to be to spray that ball wide, stretch that Naomh Conaill defence and get them working all over the field. But the line ball taken over there on the far side. Anthony Thompson trying to get away from a number of Kilcar men. One of them is Pádraig Sweeney, the centre half forward. He fouls Thompson, and it's a free for Naomh Conaill about 50 metres out. Kilcar, Naomh Conaill really never getting going. Over there on the far side now with the ball is Conor McNeill. It's very close to the side and getting away from his marker. Still coming forward. Conaill coming into the 20 metre line, getting out to an acute angle, though, been forced out wide. 2-3 Kilcar men around him. There's a back outside to centre half forward McDyer. McDyer sends the ball across to Mickey builds the hold of it, and coming away with the ball is Oisín McFadden out to McBrearty. That's Barry McBrearty there. Ashley Carr, the half corner forward, he's fouled back, helping out his defence, and well, it's a free for Kilcar. And another word for the midfielder Anthony Thompson. Paddy McBride having a word with him, kicking off, or is it going to be something more serious? Is it possibly going to be yellow? Not quite sure, and it's certainly one thing we can tell you: it's a free for Kilcar inside their own 70 metre line. It's a yellow card, the first of the afternoon for Anthony Thompson, and Paddy Sweeney coming away out to take it, sending it down the middle to Ashley Carr, winning the ball ahead of Phelan of Aidan Sweeney, going out wide, forced wide. Over there on the far side too is Barry McBrearty. He goes to ground, and well, it's a free in for Kilcar. All Kilcar at the moment, they lead by 2 points, and one would feel maybe, given the amount of possession they have, given the amount of territorial advantage, maybe John Carr just mightn't be all that happy with the 2-point return. The free in from Sweeney again, going in, breaking inside, but it's well covered back there by Hugh McDevitt. McDevitt is fouled as he comes away. 15 minutes gone here in this minor final replay.
It's interesting. There's been a lot of fouls and a lot of things, and Paddy McBride's doing a good job in settling condition and everything else, but it hasn't really opened up so far. But Kilcar will have their side. We haven't got a score from, we've just got 2 points from 3 so far.
Yes, Brendan McDyer with the ball, flicks it inside, a good ball, but again, just a little bit too much weight on the pass, and nips. Declan Sweeney lays it out outside to Oisín McFadden, outside to Barry Shovlin, driving forward, Shovlin outside to Mark Sweeney back to Oisín McFadden, threading it through with the left boot up into the corner where James Boyle has come away out from the goals, ahead of his marker. That's Hugh McDevitt. A good diagonal ball across, but coming across there and winning it and doing well is Aidan Sweeney, the cornerback, playing very well, but just as I say that, he's robbed. The ball breaks from his grasp, and it's Pádraig Sweeney with the ball, goes to ground. 2-3 Naomh Conaill men around him. Sweeney does well to get the ball back. Referee says play on as Hugh McDevitt goes in there. Declan Sweeney goes to ground, a trip there by Sweeney, or the full back McDevitt, and I don't know if it's a booking or not, certainly it's taking Paddy McBride. The referee is having a word with them. 2 points after just 15 minutes of play. Both of them have been to Kilcar, and both of them have come from centre half forward Paddy Sweeney. And second yellow card for Naomh Conaill. Hugh McDevitt, the guilty party on that occasion. Pádraig Sweeney takes the free quickly, but referee Paddy McBride just not quite happy, and he had taken it quickly to his brother Declan, but now it's with Oisin McFadden about 46 metres out, about 30 metres in from the sideline, down here under. McFadden goes short, up into the corner, inside to Mark Sweeney, back to McFadden again, inside now to Patrick O'Donnell. O'Donnell doing well, flicking the ball outside to Mark Sweeney. Mark Sweeney low along the ground as Barry McBurty comes across, but touches it on the ground, and it's a free out for Naomh Conaill. 16 minutes gone in this minor championship final replay. A poor ball there, and that's what we're looking for the Cardo. They come on the attack again. It's certainly a late hit there on the number 13. That's Barry McBurty, and this will be a free from Dread straight in front of the post. He hit that ball about 35 metres out. He got a clapper. I think that's the best way to describe it.
They've kind of lost their discipline a bit, Tom. They're giving away silly frees like that there. I mean, that ball was landing in the goalkeeper's hands. I think it was the corner back number 2, Aidan Sweeney, made a late tackle, and it's an easy tap over for Pádraig Sweeney.
Yes, and it's a free in for Pádraig Sweeney on the 13-metre line, dead straight in front of the post. Pádraig already 2 points to his credit, both of them for Kilcar. Noel Hegarty coming across to the sideline here. Martin Regan, the Naomh Conaill manager, having a word with Brendan McDyer, the full forward, as Paddy Sweeney. Pádraig Sweeney, son of Paddy, lands his 3rd point for Kilcar, and they've got off to the better start. Almost 16 minutes gone here in this minor championship replay, all coming from frees, I do gather. Yes, 3 frees from Paddy Sweeney. Pádraig Sweeney, the difference between the sides. Naomh Conaill, I'm sure they're getting worried, having gone 17 minutes without scoring here in McCool Park. Little or no breeze, maybe whatever breeze it would appear looking at the moment in actual fact would appear to be favouring Naomh Conaill, but I don't think it's down there on the pitch really. I'm just looking at the tricolour, which is blowing away from us here slightly as I look to my left up towards the McCool centre. But Leo McAloon, certainly the busier of the 2 keepers, placing the ball on the 40-metre line, and well, Kilcar certainly in the early stages frustrated Naomh Conaill up front. Anytime they got the ball, they had the extra men back, and it worked. And well, maybe 3 points, just not given enough return given the amount of possession they have. McLoon's kick out isn't a very good one. It's coming out to the middle of the field, but it is breaking well, and coming out to collect it over there is the full forward for Naomh Conaill. That's Brendan McDyer. Works hard to get it because it failed to come up from at the first attempt. Going left foot, racing through 2-3 Kilcar men converging on him. Still going through. McDyer goes to ground. Surrounded by 4 Kilcar men. He does well to get that ball away. Judged by referee Paddy McBride to have overcarried that ball at the moment. Just the only thing that happened away from is Aidan Sweeney picked up the 3rd yellow card for Naomh Conaill as Kilcar go on the attack again. The full forward James Boyle goes to ground as he sees it in, drops it high over the bar. A very good score off his left foot as he was falling, about 30 metres out, slightly to the left of the post on our right here. James Boyle got 2 points the last day. Both of them are frees. Well, he's got one this afternoon. That's his first of the afternoon. 20 minutes gone here. That from play is certainly an excellent score, Martin McKinnon.
An excellent score. It's interesting, Tom. We've gone 20 minutes, and that's the first score from play. Kilcar will be happy. They've got 4 points, and a lot. The other 3 scores come from frees from Corey Sweeney. Interesting with the last day. Naomh Conaill nearly went about 40 minutes the last day without scoring. They've gone now 20 minutes without scoring, and they've just lost their shape a bit from their point of view. They don't seem to be able. They're playing maybe as individuals rather than playing as a team, and there's a big worry for them. And Kilcar, should be actually further ahead, but they're working hard. Both teams, in fairness, are working hard. But Kilcar are getting the scores, and there's another Naomh Conaill player down injured at the minute. But Kilcar, we talked about the important area, that midfield area, and Kilcar are one in that area. Noel Higgerty's as I said playing well. Oisin McFadden playing well. Patrick O'Donnell having a very good game in that area, and Corey Sweeney in the front. And at that level is important. And the 2 wing half backs for Kilcar, number 7 Jonathan McBrady and Barry McGinley playing well. Whereas early days yet, the game, we thought at a stage maybe this time the last day that the game was over at this stage that Naomh Conaill had won in Kilcar. Minor matches can turn, and again turn in one kick of a ball, so it would make a difference. So, but Kilcar are definitely the better side and deserve to be the 4 points up.
The only thing frustrating from a point of view, from a Naomh Conaill point of view, and certainly should worry them as well, is the fact that they haven't been making any time. They have one possession, they haven't made any great penetration up front. Kilcar have got back and defended well.
Yeah, and the tactic that Kilcar are playing is working for them. They're putting, as I said, they're putting Luke Carr as a spare man. And it's very interesting to see what Naomh Conaill will do there, because they can't afford to leave Noel. We just see it out in front of us here, Tom. They can't afford to leave Noel Higgerty spare. So that's what Kilcar. The tactic at this stage is working for Kilcar. They're crowding out Naomh Conaill. They're good players of stuff. They're not getting Dara Gallagher on the ball. Barry Shovelin has started well on Dara Gallagher as well from the Kilcar point of view. So yeah, Kilcar definitely the better side point of view. But the game's not won in 20 minutes, we know. But Naomh Conaill have been disappointing so far from their own point of view. They've been disappointing, and maybe in that midfield area we talked about, they haven't got into the game there.
Yes, that Naomh Conaill player, he's getting to his feet, not just quite sure who it is. He seems to be, it's the goalkeeper, I think. No, it's not the goalkeeper, Hugh McCloone. It's possibly, is it full back, Hugh McDevitt, not quite sure. He seems to be in a little bit of trouble, a little bit of agony down here. He certainly seems to be limping as he comes away there with Paddy Boyle. It's in actual fact the cornerback, Aidan Sweeney. Aidan had an excellent game the last day. It seems to be his left knee or something. He's walking away gingerly again. I think he's going to be fit to resume, but he's certainly a concern. I see Martin Regan in there, I see Paddy Boyle in there, I see the team fizzy, Charlie McLone in there as well, and well, they certainly seem to be a little bit anxious about him.
You know the worry from the Naomh Conaill point of view, because a lot of players, even today, Tom, a lot of Naomh Conaill players have been down injured. I've seen the Naomh Conaill physio and that has been on the field. They've played a lot of football, these lads, in fairness to them, with one of them the championship last year and back this year. And it does tell us it's been a long 2 seasons for Naomh Conaill.
Yes, we're gone almost to what? We're gone 22 minutes, almost 23, about 7 minutes to go. Though there will be a little bit of additional time, because the 3 to 4 minutes I would expect of additional time, because the umpires or the officials and medics have been on quite a number of times. Leo McCloone with the kick out again, taking this one. He hasn't been getting great length into them this afternoon on the heavy conditions. He's teed it up again. It's coming, it's dropping short, and again it's breaking Kilcar's way, but it's well cut out there at the second attempt by Owen Wade. We haven't seen an awful lot of Owen this afternoon. He scored that point, of course, last week. He set it up the side of the feet to Michael Regan. Michael Regan sends it in, and again well caught there. Well caught by Luke Carr, Luke Carr, the full-back, playing it out, but his clearance isn't a good one, though. Could work out okay. Anthony Thompson trying to get down to it, but the boot comes in. That's a Kilcar boot, and it gets it away to Barry McBrearty, the corner forward, pulled to the ground. Surely knows the referee waving play on as Philip O'Donnell slots in. He's now playing at left half forward, and he wins that ball, and it's a free from Kilcar. And certainly I haven't been counting the frees, I'm sure, but there have been quite a few of them this afternoon, and all of them have been for Kilcar. The short free is quickly taken by Kilcar over to Philip O'Donnell over on the far side. He's robbed temporarily, but he walks back in there trying to get the ball, and then Naomh Conaill coming away from it, cutting it up something now, trying to deliver the ball in again, but very good covering there, very good cornerback play by Hugh Shovelin, or Barry Shovelin. Barry Shovelin with the ball, flicks it outside to Philip O'Donnell. O'Donnell back inside again to Jonathan McBrearty. McBrearty across the side of the field now as Kilcar go on the attack again. Oisin McFadden fails to hold at the first attempt, chips a couple of heavy knocks, flicks it back inside to Noel Higgerty, but Higgerty, well, his effort isn't a good one. A good recovering there by Declan Sweeney. Sweeney did well. That ball shouldn't have been his really, but he dived in and won it, and yes, it's another free to Kilcar, or just about 65 metres out, 70 metres out, 65 metres out from the Naomh Conaill goals, and Pádraig Sweeney is standing over that ball. Surely he's not to go for a score on this occasion. No, he sends it up into the corner trying to find James Boyle, who's come out from the goals. James Boyle goes to ground holding the ball, still James Boyle on the ground, but well, the referee on this occasion are judging that he has overheld it a little bit certainly, and it's a let off for Naomh Conaill because there was chances there. Dara Gallagher, while struggling to get into the play at the moment, Aidan Sweeney there close to Gallagher coming, winning the ball up along the sideline, very close to the sideline. Gallagher does well. Gallagher cuts inside Sweeney, cuts inside Barry Shovel as well. Dara Gallagher still going through, picks a heavy knock there, and coming away with the ball is Noel Hegarty. He goes to ground. He fails to hold it the first attempt. Kilcar man goes down. That's Luke Carr, the corner full back, and well, a little bit of afters appearing there. It seemed as if one of the Naomh Conaill men fell in on top of him or something when he went to ground there, but certainly Darry Gallagher trying to furrow a lone plough there, or plough a lone furrow there for a moment, Martin, and he did make some ground, but good defensively.
What we're talking about here, Tom Linson, we're just exactly talking about where Luke Carr was there to cut him out going through. You know, the extra man makes a big difference in defence considering the conditions, and Naomh Conaill haven't got their spare man on the ball.
Low scoring first half here, 4 points to Kilcar. Naomh Conaill yet to score. We're gone 25 minutes into that first half. A free down here under us for Kilcar again, and standing over the ball is Mark Sweeney, brother of Porrick. He's leaving it to Porrick on this occasion. Porrick will take the free. Paddy McBride moving away, that's the referee. This one is about 50 metres out. Just down here under us to the right, kicking it up into the corner, trying to find James Boyle, but driving out onto it is Hugh McDevitt. McDevitt wins the ball. Here's it across over on the far side of the field there. Naomh Conaill coming away again in the form of Aidan Sweeney, the cornerback. Good ball over there on the far side to Leonard McDyer, the centre half forward. Now about 30 metres from his own goal. Flicks it outside to Owen Wade. Wade with the ball, looking up to see what options is. Hops it on the ground, but well, it comes back to him gingerly. A 1-2 with the half-back Michael Regan. Back to Wade again, driving forward, crossing the 70. Now going the direct route, trying to get the ball inside to McNeilus. McNeilus coming inside. The race is on between him and the goal line. He fly kicks it. He tries to half volley it, but it goes out to the left and wide. And well, he was maybe a little bit ambitious on that occasion. One would felt maybe Colin McNeilus might have been better if he tried to control the ball and swing it back into play. Instead, he fly kicked at it and missed it and went out to the left. Interestingly, only Naomh Conaill second wide of the first half, and that's after 26-27 minutes.
Yeah, they haven't got any score yet, but that was a chance. It just tells me how a game can turn on one incident like that. There, one time. That was a half chance from the Mills. If he hadn't been decent, picked it up. He's playing inside as a natural full forward. Being followed by Jonathan McBurton. Yes,
Donald keep at the ball over there on the far side now is Brendan McDyer, the full forward, out from goal. Swap positions, I think, with McNeilus. He goes into a hefty challenge there from Oisin McFadden. A high ball in there, a high ball in from Anthony Thompson, goes out to the right and wide, and maybe a little more encouraging signs now from Naomh Conaill as Francis McGuigan, the umpire or the linesman down here under us, goes out to the referee Paddy McBride. I think that's to find out how much additional time we'll have in the first half. That indicates that, well, we're approaching half time. Frank Dooley, the fourth official down here this afternoon. 27 minutes and 44 seconds gone of normal time by my watch, and well, we're soon going to find as Naomh Conaill, I think, bring on a sub. It's the number 17. I'm not quite sure who's gone off, but Kieran Boyle seems to be coming into the play. Not quite sure who's gone off. That the Conaill team will tell you about that in a moment. But we've got
cornerback Aidan picked up the injury and he's gone off.
Kieran Boyle on for Conor, for Aidan Sweeney, who picked up that injury, and well, we're going to have 2 minutes of additional time. I thought we might have had more, in actual fact. 2 minutes of additional time. That was the signal by Frank Dooley. Yeah, Martin McHugh was a little bit astonished that we're maybe not having a little bit more time, but felt like maybe 4 or 5 minutes. We'll talk about that in a minute. Now, in actual fact, it changed. It's 4 minutes. Kilcar on the attack again. A ball going forward there, a sliding tackle, another ball in and goes out to the left and right. And initially we had an indication that it was 2 minutes, but it's actually now 4 minutes of play. A Kilcar player has gone down in the area, and well, no free or anything. Certainly a sliding tackle in there. There was a hint of a free, certainly.
Definitely, Tom. A hint of that could have been given. You know, we could have given a free in that situation. Maybe we say again, it's very close to the big square. You know, people can say he played the ball, but the one thing in Gaelic football, you're not allowed to make a sliding tackle whether you play the ball or not.
Yes, and that player is down injured. I think it's James Boyle, the full forward, or is it? I'm not quite sure. Is it James Boyle or Barry McBrearty? I'm not quite sure. John Carr having a word with Ashley Carr there. That player is down receiving attention, and well, Naomh Conaill have been showing a little bit more in the closing minutes of this half here, Martin. Now, I know they've had 2 chances and both of them have gone wide, but it was something they weren't doing up to that.
Oh, definitely, they've come into the match a lot. They've done 29 minutes and still haven't scored in a minor match. It's an interesting one, and still very much in the match. You know, it was that tight a game, but Noel Hegarty has been the difference in the first half. He's had a tremendous first half for Kilcar. The one player that's trying to lift Naomh Conaill is Brendan McDyer. Actually, the player's playing on it. He's trying to run at people, but the tactic, if we look at it here, Tom, we can see there just just at the listening. Luke Carr standing on his own between the full back line and the half back line. And when they kind of look up the field, the only person they see is Luke Carr. Everybody else is marked. So they've got to try to get the ball out the wings.
Yeah, then Thompson plays a free outside to Leonard McDyer. McDyer kicks the ball inside. And coming off forward there, sending the ball inside. Now it's with James Gallagher. He fails to hold it the first attempt, and back there covering and doing very well. Tidy cornerback play there from Barry Shovelin, the cornerback. Flicks it out this side of the field to Luke Carr, the spare man, just down here under us. Sending it along. Eugene Malloy will come across. It's the race between Malloy and James Boyle. Malloy fails to hold it, and it's Pádraig Sweeney or James Boyle kicking it inside, but good covering there by Hugh McDevitt. Certainly exceptional cornerback play, reading the danger, dipping in, taking the ball, and sending it over to Michael Regan on the side of the field. Regan again, but Kilcar getting back, regrouping in numbers as Oisin McFadden inside to fellow Patrick O'Donnell, his midfield partner. Back to McFadden again, going forward, hits the ground, and well, no doubt about it, that's a free in as well there. Anton Thompson could be in trouble. I think he's already got a yellow card. Referee is having a word with him, and well, there's no yellow cards or anything, but Paddy McBride hesitated for a moment there. It was a diving challenge on McFadden as he was going through, and maybe a let off for Naomh Conaill as Pádraig Sweeney stands over the ball. He's now on the 45 metre line. When he hits this one, well, he should be about 41 or 42 metres out. He's side leading here by 4 points. 4 points to no score in this Minor A Championship final. We're into injury time. 1 minute of that injury time. Dropping that one in, dropping dangerously in there, but caught there by Kieran Boyle. The sub just on inside to Phelan McDevitt. McDevitt flicked it out over on the far side as Naomh Conaill tried to regroup. Leonard McDyer close to the in line, about 35 metres out from his own goals, the centre half forward, flicking it back outside to Boyle again, but his effort is a poor one, and it's cut out by James Boyle as Kilcar come on the attack again. Pádraig Sweeney looking up to see what options, not an awful lot of them for him. Flicks the ball across to James Boyle, just holds on to it as the fullback comes, flicks it back outside to Patrick Boyle. A good ball on the run to Oisin McFadden in space, an opportunity for a score inside to Ashley Carr, but his effort is a feeble one, and it's caught in there by Leo McClune, the goalkeeper. He did well in actual fact. It was Barry McBrearty or Ashley Carr, not quite sure which of them it was, but well, it was a feeble effort, I suppose, in the end. The goalkeeper was able to do it, but certainly a goal chance it was. The ball coming up the other end, and Luke Carr again, that extra man back there covering, doing well. Truly Connorman around it, but he still gets the ball away outside to number 7. That's Jonathan McBrearty. McBrearty in a little bit of trouble, but that's only temporarily as Noel Hegarty comes away with the ball, lifting the siege, getting his side a goal again. A 1-2 with Philip O'Donnell. Noel Hegarty doing exceptionally well. Back out to Declan Sweeney. His effort is blocked by Leonard McDyer as Sweeney goes to ground. Two Naomh Conaill with him. One of them is McDyer. McDyer does well. He hits the deck about 44 metres out, about 30 metres in from the stand side, and an opportunity is it for a score for Naomh Conaill. Conor McNeil is coming out, and well, Paddy McBride is going across. Not sure. There's a Kilcar player down receiving attention or needing attention. I think no, there's not. It's Naomh Conaill player. In actual fact, way at the other end of the field, Phelan McDevitt, the cornerback, very solid game the last day. Phelan playing well again this afternoon. And it's a free in for Naomh Conaill. Brendan McDyer, I think, is the player standing over the ball. Paddy McBride ordering to go back a metre or so. He's about 35, 37, 38 metres out from the end line, about 30 metres in from the stand side of the field. A left-footed effort coming up from Brendan McDyer. Could have been the opening score of this Minor A Championship final replay. 4 points to Kilcar. No score yet to Naomh Conaill. Up he comes. It's certainly high enough. It's got the distance, but it hasn't got the accuracy. And it goes out to the left and wide. And well, we're into injury time. 33 minutes gone. Just a minute to go to half-time here, Martin.
Yeah, bad wide for Naomh Conaill again. That's their 4th wide they've taken, considering they've got no score in the first half so far, and we've gone 33 minutes. Another bad wide. We talked about frees before, and it'll make a difference. Naomh Conaill missed this, Kilcar scored this. But actually, going back to Ashley Carr's effort when he went for the goal, I thought maybe the pass from Oisin McFadden was to his feet, but when he got it, I think he still should have kicked the ball over the bar.
The ball comes out the side of the field. Michael Regan driving forward. The ball goes from his grasp. Kilcar getting back in numbers. Patrick O'Donnell outside to Barry Shovelin flicking the ball on, and it's Kilcar on the attack again, trying to get the ball up here under, but it goes out over the line on the 45 metre line, and it's going to be a line ball for Kilcar, for Naomh Conaill, just down here under us. Phelan McDevitt, who was looking in a little bit of trouble a few moments ago. Alexis in the short, but a very poor ball, and it's well nipped in and cut out there by Mark Sweeney inside to his brother Pádraig. Pádraig coming away from his marker, going to ground, still cutting away, doing well, but over holding the ball, says referee Paddy McBride. And well, Naomh Conaill are very anxious to get on with the ball, but the ball coming again. Good covering there by Barry Shovelin, the cornerback. A little unfortunate, the ball outside. Mickey O'Donnell wins that ball from the quick sideline taken there as he goes to ground from a tackle from Declan Sweeney, a free, and Brendan McDyer standing over. It's about... Well, McDyer is certainly not within his range. I don't think he's going to, but no great no note. Looking to see what's on. This one is taken quickly inside to Leonard McDyer. No relation. The centre half forward fails to hold it, and the ball breaks from his grasp. Paddy McBride has seen enough. It's half time here in McLean Park, and well, it's Kilcar going in the happier at half time. Both sides racing off as if they mean business at half time. It's 4 points Kilcar, and believe it or not, Naomh Conaill, the defending champions, have yet to score.
Yes, unbelievable, Tom, to consider defending champions. I mean, it's that type of day. Conditions have been very, very poor. We talked about frees are going to make a difference. There's only been one score got from play, and that's came in the 20th minute from James Boyle. Kilcar got the 3 points from frees, and I think most of them scores were given away by indiscipline shown by the Naomh Conaill defence. By one of them was, two of them I think at least were given away late tackles and that there. But Naomh Conaill, in fairness, on their full back line is holding them together and has kept the team. Especially Phelan McDevitt, the man you mentioned, has been their best player. Their half back line hasn't got into the game. Their midfield has been disappointing so far the first half, and maybe Brendan McDyer of the forwards. He's trying hard, he's getting on a lot of ball, but the player that the ball ended up with at the end of that first half was Noel Higgerty. He's been the difference. We know he's played for the county Mariners this year. He's a senior player at Kilcar. He's controlling the game, he's getting on the ball, he's creating everything that's good for Kilcar. Full back line, Luke Carr playing well, Barry Shovelin having the better of it with Dara Gallagher there, and the half back line, Barry McGinley playing well, Jonathan McBurdy playing very well, and Conal McNeill, Kilcar point of view. I said Noel Higgerty. Midfield, I think Oshie McFadden and Paddy O'Donnell is one in the battle there, and that's where the difference. And then the forward line are working hard, and it's that condition makes a difference. The first 10 minutes of the second half, Thomas, where this game I think is going to be 1-0. If Kilcar can go further ahead, Naomh Conall's heads will go down. If Naomh Conaill get back into the game, it's anybody's game. We said it's going to be a low scoring game, but it's very, very interesting that Naomh Conaill haven't scored with the forward line they have and the players they have of the quality they have, that they haven't got a score in the whole 34 minutes, Tom.
What have they to do to get back into this game, Martin?
Well, I think what's happened is they look tired. From their own point of view, they look tired. That a lot of players go down injured and everything else, and they've got to maybe lift it. They've got to get the lift there. The one thing I'd say is what they have to do. You would have to say that they've got to get the spare man on the ball more. They've got to start using them, because when they're looking up the field, they're looking at Kilcar players back in numbers. They try to get their spare man on the ball and work it up the field. But the game's not over yet. A game can turn. We saw games turn in different ways. This game, the last day, turned differently. They're looking at themselves. The management's going to say to them in half time, look, you just haven't even scored the first half. You've let the management down, you've let the supporters down, and most of all, you've let yourselves down. You have 30 minutes to regroup that. But when we look at the whole situation, Kilcar team have been improving all year, Tom. From every game they've played and every game I watched them, this is a team that's improving, and they've improved today the first half on even their performance the whole day, the last day, and that's maybe a good sign of a team that are doing that are capable of doing that. And Naomh Conaill maybe are we go back to, I thought the divisional final Naomh Conaill with a better side, but maybe the last day, the stage Naomh Conaill, but this Kilcar team have improved, and in fairness, they're one in the tactical battle, they're one in the individual battles, and they're one in their corner in the field, and they're working hard.
players, the general feeling at half time was maybe that Kilcar hadn't hammered home their advantage, and a slippy goal or a couple of quick points for Naomh Conaill, they would be right back into it. The big question was, well, could Naomh Conaill up their game, because certainly they had been out in the first half, creating very little opportunities, though they had a couple of late chances. Boris Sweeney on the break here for Kilcar again, about 45 metres out, cutting across, trying to get inside his man, doing well, sending the ball in. This could drop in dangerously again as the Naomh Conaill comes to take it. Two Kilcarmen round him, but Conaill does well, sends it out this side of the field, or the far side of the field. Gary Gallagher coming, wearing number 12. Gary playing with a little bit more purpose in this half of the field. Been shadowed over there by Barry Shovin, goes to ground, coming out to collect it though is Mickey O'Donnell, close to the ground, wins the ball, wins himself a free as well. And it's a free in for Kilcar. A lot of the frees going to Kilcar's way in the first half. This one is to Naomh Conaill, as I should say, and Starry Gallagher with the free quickly taken in. The Kilcar defence out ahead of their men all the time, breaking inside to Michael O'Donnell, tries to nip it inside to Leonard McDyer, who was on the run, but back there covering for Kilcar is Declan Sweeney, the right half back, or right half forward, who's back in a defensive position out to Patrick O'Donnell. Kilcar on the attack again, Paul Sweeney, bringing this ball up long. James Boyle does well, comes out ahead of Hugh McDevitt, wins the ball, goes to ground, looks like a free, the referee will play on, and holds on to the possession, holds on to the ball, sends it inside. Owen Wade fails to hold it the first time, but flicks it outside to Eugene Malloy, captain of Naomh Conaill, certainly playing with a little bit more purpose now. Hugh McDevitt down this side of the field to Leonard McDyer, moving out from the wing half, flipping forward to wing half. Kieran Ball set for soft step in there a couple just before half time. He came in for it and Sweeney picked up a knock. Gary Gallagher with the ball. Certainly Naomh Conaill playing with a lot more purpose now, sending the ball inside. A good ball inside to McDyer. So that's the full forward of man inside him if he sees him over there on the far side of the field. That's Owen Wade with the shot, and Owen Wade off the upright and back into play. And well, it's not just the way James Gallagher goes to ground. Picks the ball up inside to Conor McNeilis. McNeilis trying to get away from his marker, stabs it through inside to McDyer. McDyer off his left foot, hint of a tug as he went away from that ball there. The ball breaks outside to Gary Gallagher. He's pulled back as he goes for the ball, but it's Kilcar coming away again. The midfielder, that's Patrick O'Donnell, doing well, flicking it outside over there on the far side to his partner at midfield. That's Oisin McFadden, way out from Kilcar goal. McFadden coming again with the ball, crossing the 45-metre line, sending it up this side of the field into an open space. Luke Carr racing onto it, crosses the 70-metre line, goes to ground. He's fouled in the middle of the field, quickly taken free by him up to this side of the field to the number 50. Number 50 getting away from his marker, that's Kilcar. Carr doing well, sending it inside to the other man inside, James Boyle, turning on his right foot. That's Barry McBurty in actual fact. He sends it in, he sends it high, but it goes out to the right and wide. Barry McBurty, small in stature as well. That's Kilcar's only second wide of the game, one in the first half, and certainly looking dangerous there on the break.
Yeah, looking dangerous. That was a good chance, a half chance of a goal. Kilcar point of view. Just a very interesting one. Like we've contacted the second half, has it put the number 7 Owen Wade up as of next to forward, so they're playing with 7 forwards now, picking up the Kilcar 7 defenders.
Yeah, certainly going for a bloke. A poor kick out from Naomh Conaill, ground kicker Liam McClune, and well, it wasn't punished by Barry McBurty, the corner forward, winning the ball about 30 metres out, but his effort went to the right and wide. Another wide for Kilcar. That's 2 in the second half, and well, McClune has been struggling all day to get any great length into his kick-outs, and well, the chance go up around the ground. Kilcar, and of course Naomh Conaill supporters are in the stand there getting anxious as well. 5 points to 1. 5 points to 1 here in this minor A championship final replay. 6 minutes, almost 7 gone here. 4 points to 1, sorry, 4 points to 1. I thought I would have gone over. 4 points to 1 to Kilcar. Sorry, Marvin McClue keeping me tight. I'm sure he'd love it if it was 5 points to 1. 4 points to 1, 3 points in it. Remember, it's 4-0 to Kilcar at half time. They're on the attack again. Full forward James Boyd, he's been busy all afternoon, doing well, seeing the ball across there on the far side to Paul Sweeney. He lofts in a high lob that goes out again, and well, that's 3 misses in a row, and John Carr shakes his head down here under. He won't be at all happy with that. Kilcar, who could do no wrong in the first half, they've had a couple of chances and a couple of scores that could be crucial, Martin.
Yeah, there's 3 very bad wades, considering they've only got 4 points in the game. Them wades are very, very important, bad wades. It's just interesting, the tactical battle is very, very interesting. John Carr getting rolled into his own son Luke, his captain, to pick up Owen Wade. So he's actually the fullback for Kilcar now. He's playing in the middle of the field, so he's playing everywhere, but the bad wades for Kilcar.
Leo McClune with possibly his best kick out of the afternoon. Sends it out to Eugene Malloy, pulled back, but the ball breaking there to Kilcar again over there on the far side. Patrick O'Donnell, 2 from Naomh Conaill in around him. He goes to ground, and it's a free in again. Eugene Malloy just wondering why he didn't get a free there as well to Paddy McBride. There was a hint, he was pulled back as the ball broke for him, but it's a free in for Kilcar. Oisin McFadden, or is it Corey Sweeney standing over the ball? He's about 65 metres out, dead straight in front of the post. certainly will thread this one probably into the corner, go straight down the middle trying to find Ashley Carr. Exit outside James Boyle. Boyle winning a lot of ball on Hugh McDevitt. Boyle's with his left foot, a lot of height in it. This one could drop dangerously, and Leo McClune, though he's equal to it, catches it under his crossbar and comes out along, flicks it out over there to his midfielder Anton Thompson. Thompson with the ball up along, trying to get the ball inside to Brendan McDyer, but out ahead of him is Noel Hegarty. Right down tussle between those two all afternoon. Hegarty wins it on this occasion. The quick free taken by Hegarty as Pádraig Sweeney goes to ground, and another free in for Kilcar. And certainly I was surprised to see Pádraig leaving this one. In actual fact, this is about 43 metres out from the Naomh Conaill goals. Pádraig leaving it to Oisín McFadden. I think Oisín is going to take it on this occasion. There was actual fact James Boyle is going to take this one. The full forward has come all the way out from the edge of the square, about 43 metres out. He's a left-footed kicker. It's going to suit him from a right-hand side of the field. Up he comes, 4 points to 1. His side leading by 3. Remember, they led by 4 points and nil at half-time. That ball dropped in, but all well caught under the crossbar there, just above the crossbar in actual fact, by Eugene Malloy, the midfielder. Certainly Naomh Conaill started well, but they're under a little bit of pressure now. Leonard McDyer, the centre half forward, coming across. His effort is blocked. It goes out over the line, and certainly Barry McBrearty showed no fear at all there as he dived in and put that ball out over the line. Naomh Conaill trying to get going. Just 1 point to the credit so far. That came a free from Brendan McDyer 2 minutes into the second half as they come down the field again, but Kilcar covering well, back in numbers. Pádraig Sweeney goes to ground, very close to just on the 70-metre line. That's the Naomh Conaill 70-metre line, about 5 metres in from the sideline down here unders, and Pádraig standing over the ball. The ball now under his arm in actual fact, and well, he's looking to see what options he has. Nearly Byrne is up there behind him as well. Nearly, of course, former player with Kilcar, now the team trainer, John Carr, the manager. Full forward James Boyle goes to ground, seems to pick up a knock, but the referee has judged Boyle to have overheld the ball, and well, there was very little he could do in those situations. Just one of those rules, well, maybe that we have to look at. He went to ground, couldn't get up for a moment because the defender was keeping him there. A good ball from the fullback, Hugh McDevitt, to Michael Regan going forward. He sends it inside to Michael O'Donnell. Michael O'Donnell takes a heavy challenge, goes to the ground well, again swung out of as he sent that ball away, but the ball coming away in the form of Luke Carr of Kilcar. Luke over there on the far side, driving the ball up along the side, up to that far side of the field to number 10, Declan Sweeney, in an advanced position, sending the ball inside. A race is on between Ashley Carr does well, gets ahead of Hugh McDevitt. Ashley Carr coming across, this could be dangerous, but a good hefty challenge there by Hugh McDevitt, and the ball breaking away there, and it's Naomh Conaill coming away. Michael Regan with the ball over on the far side of the field. Ashley Carr still needing some attention, but Conaill giving the ball away again, and it's Kilcar on the attack. It's Mark Sweeney, one of the 3 Sweeney brothers, getting inside his marker. He goes to ground, smooth out by the fullback Hugh McDevitt, and Hugh already on a yellow card. Should have no great complaints about that one, and 1 or 2 more like that and he could be in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, I mean, that was probably a bookable offence. They've come started well in the second half, but it kind of seemed to be a problem with their discipline. Defenders seem to be not tackling well, they're giving away silly fouls. There was another silly foul. Considering the conditions, what you tell the team in them conditions, Tom, is don't be giving away silly fouls, because it's very hard to see where players take. Because look at Kilcar, they've landed 4 balls in the goalkeeper's hands, they kicked 5 wide, and most of the scores, if we look at the 4, 3 of them have come from frees. But the Naomh Conaill point, so one thing you tell a team is not to be indisciplined and give away frees, and Naomh Conaill have definitely up to now been very indisciplined. But from a Kilcar point of view, they're not getting scores from the possession they've had. Now we've gone over 11 minutes into the second half, and we've got 1 point back, 1 point from a free from Brendan McDyer. This is a big kick for James Boyle, because Kilcar need to get a score considering all the possession they've had, Tom.
James Boyle standing with his back to the stand on the 14 metres from the goals. He lobs it in, he lobs it high, and the umpire takes a good long look at it. The man on the right indicates that the man on the left is the score, and well, Frankie Doherty, he's the umpire on that side. He waves the white flag. Kilcar's first goal in the second half, it came from a James Boyle free there after a foul by Hugh McDevitt, the fullback. But Boyle doing well, certainly an awkward angle, a good, certainly plenty of height, had the direction perfect, no hesitation. One umpire looked to the other and there was no hesitation at all. 12 minutes gone into the second half, 4 points between the sides again. Kilcar getting the upper hand in the last couple of minutes of this quarter as Naomh Conaill came from the blocks well. Kilcar breaking well around the middle of the field, but it's Michael Regan sending the ball forward, trying to find Leonard McDyer, but it's well cut back there by Barry McGinley. McGinley trying to get the ball outside too, but Leonard McDyer can pull back there surely, says the referee. He goes to take the kick too quickly, and the referee not at all happy with that, and it's a free in for Naomh Conaill to be taken about well, 65, 66 metres out. The big midfielder Anton Thompson flicks it inside, but Conor McNeill is very disappointing afternoon for him. Certainly the man that Naomh Conaill were looking for. He failed to hold that ball, and it's Kilcar coming away again. Their midfielder, Oisin McFadden, a student in UCD in Dublin, and well, he's certainly playing very good football at the moment for Kilcar. Eugene Malloy, the midfielder, and are going to look and from the big heavy shoulders of Eugene to see if he can lift his side here in this minor championship final. Naomh Conaill very much on the back foot at the moment, but Conor McNeill, but he could be about to do something about that again. Sends the ball inside to Michael O'Donnell, goes to ground, but the ball breaking away from him, and it's Kilcar coming away. Hint of a trip there in a Kilcar man, but it's Naomh Conaill again inside to Owen Wade. Owen Wade back to Brendan McDyer. Brendan McDyer outside to Leonard McDyer. Nice little dummy by McDyer. In with the right boot over the bar. Second point of the game for Naomh Conaill. The margin's back to 3 points again. Leonard McDyer and Michael Boyle were involved in that. Michael O'Donnell involved with that. Brendan McDyer too, and certainly a good score. A nice little dummy there by McDyer, because he had a lot to do when he got that ball. So it's back to 3 points here, 13 and a half, almost 14 minutes into the second half.
It's a very good score. That's Naomh Conaill's first score from play in the game, but it's a good score. Good work again by the player Brendan McDyer, who I feel is keeping them in the match. He's working tremendously hard, and he won that ball and he laid it up to Leonard there, who showed a good dummy, then on to take and kicked a good score off the outside of his right foot.
The ball out in the middle of the field again. It's Michael Regan with the ball. Chips a heavy challenge. Leaves it inside to Owen Wade. Meets the dummy from Owen Wade. Coming across again. It's Anton Thompson took it inside to Darragh Gallagher. Darragh Gallagher with a shot. High and over the bar again. The margin down to just 2. Darragh Gallagher, good play there. The ball won by Michael Regan, son of the manager. He'd be quite happy with that. Inside to Darragh Gallagher, who did very well. I think Eugene Malloy was involved in the move as well, but certainly all of a sudden Naomh Conaill have upped the ante a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. There's very good scores. 2 points from play. Considering there's only been one other contract from play in the game, and that was James Boyle. So it's 2 very good scores on inside the minute. Like Darragh Gallagher getting the ball inside. They're running the ball in that. They're steadily running the ball in that midfield area, picking up the ball and carrying it through. And you know, the old cliches in the score time's going to be very important to get.
Eamon McGinley's kick out into the middle of the field. It's a good one, but it's coming Naomh Conaill's way. Michael Regan again picking up the breaks. He seems to be in a forward position. He's fouled in there, and well, he's in no great hurry to take the free. He leaves it to Anton Thompson. Thompson sending it in, but sub coming on for Naomh Conaill. Thompson had kicked that ball. It's number 23 is coming on. That's Brian Reid is coming on for Naomh Conaill. Brian Reid is coming on. I think it's Michael O'Donnell is the player making way. 23 is Brian Reid. He's on for Michael O'Donnell. Martin Regan obviously bringing the changes. Michael O'Donnell, well, he'll be disappointed, but a couple of balls came his way there, and just he seemed to break from his grasp at crucial stages in the game. And well, it's going for broke at this stage, overholding on this occasion by one of the Naomh Conaill men. He goes to ground. That's Michael Regan as well, who's in a very advanced position. He's the wing back. He's playing at wing back, but he's in an advanced position as well. Heggery takes the free to Oisin McFadden. Kilcar again going long in the form of McFadden, up inside to James Boyle. Fails to hold it the first time, but does very well the second time. I've liked him all afternoon. When he got that ball, he looked good, but well, the finish didn't match the approach. Certainly did exceptionally well to stop that ball in full flight and take it on the run, and maybe a little bit over ambitious. He was better maybe if he held up that ball and maybe passed it inside.
Yeah, Tommy, he should have passed the ball inside, and he showed selfishness there when he got the ball. It's well won. I mean, he's physically running the back, and there's a great old battle with himself and Hugh McDavid in there, James Boyle, but that time when he won that ball, Kilcar 2 players running inside, he should have given it in. And Kilcar lost their shape a bit there. He missing chances that could make a difference towards the end of the game. We've gone 16 minutes now, and it's still very, very tight. It's anybody's match. It's going to, it could turn on anything. Is there a goal in the game, as people would say, different things like that there?
Yes, 5 points to 3, just the 2 points between it. Naomh Conaill's 3 scores all coming in the second half. Of course, they win it at half time, 4 points to nil down. Warwick Sweeney with 3 frees, and James Boyle the scores for Naomh Conaill in the first half, or Kilcar in the first half. Brendan McDyer, Leonard McDyer and Darragh Gallagher have got the 3 second half points for Naomh Conaill, as Darragh Gallagher going on the attack again, going down the middle, crossing the 45-metre line, still going forward. Big strong man, sending it in, sending it high. Oh, that's a massive score. A massive score from Darragh Gallagher, winning that ball on the halfway line. He came across a diagonal run across the field, and from about 40 metres there was never hesitation from the moment it left his boot. It was straight and through and over the bar. He punches the air.
It's a great score by Darragh Gallagher. He's got 2 great points from play, and I know what he's about. And interesting the switch that they've made to put him out 1.5 forward. He's causing Barry shoveling more times at 1.5 forward. Came through and scored a great point. Dylan won the ball on the far side of the field, carried across this side of the field, and that's a continual condition going on. That's a great score, but from the Kilcar point of view, back to maybe the missed James Boyle should have
Yes, it's a 1 point game again. Kilcar haven't just given up yet though. Oisin McFadden, but Hugh McDevitt, I've been impressed by her. Phelan McDevitt, I've been impressed with him in the drawn game. I'm impressed with it again this afternoon. Wins the ball, plays it outside as Anthony Thompson going forward again. Certainly Naomh Conaill playing with a little bit more purpose now. Anthony Thompson down along the line there, but chased by Patrick O'Donnell. Flicks it inside to Reid. That's Brian Reid. Brian Reid in a good position. Flicks it in, flicks it high and over the bar. The sides are level. The sides are level in the Donegal Minor Championship final of 2004. Martin Regan raises off to the field, punches the air, he's side back in the game just when they looked, and certainly a very good substitution there. Reid showed great awareness and great coolness to flick that ball, got into a good position to punch it over the bar.
Yeah, it's a great score by Reid. They're working well, they're starting to win the ball in the middle of the field. Martin Regan and Tracy are picking up a lot of ball in the middle of the field in that channel. They're working it down the field, and their physical strength is starting to come. Good ball and a good substitution considering being weak man, and some other players would have gone for a goal in that situation, fisted the ball over the bar, and now Tom after 18 minutes the sides are up.
Yes, the first time in the game, Eugene Malloy picking up the pieces in the middle of the field, driving it forward over to Gary Gallagher, switching wings, took his eye off the ball for a moment, and good cornerback play there by Philip O'Donnell, does well, wins the ball, also side Williams there for free. It's now Luke Carr with the ball, looking to see what's on. He's the captain of the side, son of John, the manager. The ball over there on the far side as Naomh Conaill player, or a Kilcar player goes to ground. That's Barry McCreary, but well, it's play on, says the referee. James Boyle, a long way from goal, outside to Mark Sweeney. Mark Sweeney sending it in again, trying to find Ashley Carr, but coming and winning it. Over there is Michael Regan. Regan with the ball, flicking it over this side of the field to Owen Wade. Owen Wade now with position to two Kilcar men around him. The ball breaks from his grasp, but still getting a little bit scrappy there. One Kilcar man goes to ground, not quite sure. Referee Paddy McBride going in. He's awarded a free. I think, well, the last card man on the ground touched it. That Kilcar player seems to be, is it Oisin McFadden? Not quite sure. Afternoon, of course, Enniskill and Gales bidding for their 7th title, the first time I think a club has ever done that in 7th title in a row. I think the first time a club has ever done that in the Ireland County. But Derry Connery, I know, speaking to their manager Nick Glenn during the week, the former Galway player, of course, resident in the area now, and well, they were going in as underdogs, but they were quietly confident that they could turn over Enniskill and Gales, who haven't been playing all that well this year. Meanwhile, back here in McCool Park, the sides are level. We've just got under 10 minutes to go. What an exciting 10 minutes we have here. That player down injured, I think it is Oisin McFadden, receiving some attention there from John Carr, the team manager Paddy McBride. I think it's going to be a free to Naomh Conaill when the play resumes. Thankfully the rain that threatened to come all afternoon has moved on. We had some heavy showers at the start of the game, but I can tell you Oisin McFadden, he's made a stern stuff. He's on his feet again. He took a swig of the bottle. Oisin maybe having not the big influence in the game that he had the previous day, but Kilcar would be quite happy with the return around midfield. There may be questions about up front, maybe not putting away more chances. Conor McNeil switches onto the ball over on the stand side of the field and then lips away from Jonathan McCreary. Two Kilcar men around him, think of a tug of his jersey. Conor McNeil is turns, Conor McNeil is sends it in, sends it high in over the bar, and Naomh Conaill go in front for the very first time in the game. The quickly taken free there from big Eugene Malloy in the middle of the field. Soft spotted McNeil is over on the stand side. He made up good position, got away from Jonathan McCreary. Luke Carr came as well, and from a very acute angle he made no mistake.
Yeah, great score by Conor McNeil. Considering that's 5 points in a row now that Naomh Conaill got, all coming from play. Leonard McDayer, Gary Gallagher again, Brian Regan, now Conor McNeil is cut in. Good play, got the ball from good ball in from big Eugene Malloy, where, as you said, Naomh Conaill have come into the game well in the middle of the field, and that's where the difference are. They're winning the ball in the middle of the field. Going back to that man, Phelan McDevitt, you mentioned, is probably the player. Him and his brother Peter, Leslie Centre, have kept Naomh Conaill in the game at important stages, but they've come into it very well in the middle of the field, and they've scored the points from play. That's 5 points in a row from play, and now the pressure's on Kilcar.
Eamon McGinley's kick out comes out to the middle of the field. Oisin McFadden in the wars again chips up a hefty challenge, but well, he's not standing down. He gets up, and well, Kieran Boyle and Jonathan Barry McCreary going for the ball. A hint of a tug on the jersey of McCreary. Paddy McBride has spotted, in actual fact, Christopher Boyle, who came on as sub just before half-time, or Kieran Boyle touching the ball on the ground. It's a free in for Kilcar, and Danny Harvey, the umpire, linesman, down here under us, bringing the ball in. It's on the 20-metre line, about 15 metres in from the sideline here on the stand side, on the press box side of the field. Corey Sweeney from an acute angle, certainly well within his range. Frankie Doherty in around the goals, wagging his finger. He's the umpire, not quite sure at who, but he's wagging his finger at some players as Corey Sweeney comes up to take this one, about 90 metres out. It's going off to the right, it's still not out of play, it's dropping, bobbling in, dead dangerously. But over there, winning the ball is Hugh McDevitt, big strong man at fullback, coming away, flicking it outside to Michael Regan or Martin Regan. Michael Regan back inside again to Owen Wade. Owen Wade back to Anton Thompson. It's Hugh McDevitt himself going forward over there on the far side of the field, touches the ball on the ground, gets away with it, and it's now with Dara. That's Dara Gallagher. Diagonal ball, not a very good one, but it could work out all well. Now Conor McNeil fails to hold it the first time, gets his heel to it, and back there covering is Declan Sweeney for Kilcar. Down to this side to Jonathan McGrearty. McGrearty trying to get Paul Sweeney on the play. Paul Sweeney comes, wins the ball well ahead of his marker. Donald Cape getting a great challenge inside there, but Sweeney goes to ground, free in, chopped down is the best way to describe it, about 44 metres out, and another opportunity from Porrick, from Bavin and Kilcar, son of Paddy, and of course his brothers Declan and Mark already playing here this afternoon. I'm not quite sure if history was made 2 weeks ago. 3 brothers. I know there was a couple of McHughes played at times in the one line, but 3 brothers in the one line in a county final. They're at it again this afternoon. Porrick Sweeney, the free taker now, standing outside the 45, slightly to the left of the post on our right. Ideal position for a left-footed kicker if he's got the range. He stole a couple of metres in, he kicks the ball in. It's dropping dangerously inside again, but well, somebody fails to hold it. A number of players running in there. The goalkeeper fails to hold it. Out comes the play and takes the goalkeeper Naomh Conaill, and certainly a let off there. Ashley Carr tried to get a fist to it. The ball bobbled back inside, and Naomh Conaill clears the ball down along the line, down along the sideline, out over the sideline, and we're just under 6 minutes to go here. Naomh Conaill, who trailed by 4 points to no score at half time, they're just gone 1 in front, 6 points to 5. Delicately poised, and Naomh Conaill player gone down injured. I think it's cramp, I'm not quite sure. It's either Phelan McDevitt or Hugh McDevitt, those 2 brothers in the full back line. When we mention brothers, we have the McDevitt brothers as well, Phelan and Hugh at full back and cornerback respectively for Naomh Conaill. Numbers of mentors on the field all over the place, and well, indications of going how much time is left. The referees watch is the one that counts, but we make it about 6 minutes remaining, still very tight, still very tense.
It's hard to say, gents, I'm here today.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I've got about 7 or 8 mentors on the field at the minute. The game's very, very tight, and you know, even at this stage of Kilcar at that equaliser, you wouldn't rule out extra time at this stage. But the important thing is from a Kilcar point of view that they can work the ball in and get a score. But they strong well. But Naomh Conaill have been the better side in the second half. They got it worked out in the dressing room. They reverted to not allowing Kilcar to have a spare man. They worked it to move Dara Gallagher out to half forward and he's playing better. And they got their big players playing well, one on the ball, one in the middle of the field.
Kilcar on the attack again. Patrick O'Donnell flicks the ball over there on the far side. A good ball in, but Michael Regan gets a finger to it, fails to hold it, and James Boyle of Kilcar coming, but it's a Naomh Conaill man winning the ball. It's Michael Regan, I think, and a crowd of players there. Hard to see who it is. Phelan McDevitt diving in with the boot again, or is it? It's actually Anton Thompson, and certainly this is an opportunity for James Boyle. I think he'll probably take over this free taking. No, it's Porrick Sweeney in actual fact. This one about, well, 40 metres out, slightly to the right of the post on our left. Maybe favoured, maybe James Boyle, the left-footed kicker a little bit more, but certainly still within the range and within the compass of Porrick Sweeney. Up he comes to tie up the game once again with under 6 minutes to go. Porrick Sweeney sends it high, but this one again tails off to the right and wide. And certainly that's a let-off.
That's a let-off. They've missed the freeze the second half of the game. They scored the freeze the first half. Porrick Sweeney got 3 in a row the first half. Kilcar missed the freeze the second half, and that has been a let-off for them. Kilcar have kicked 7 wides to Naomh Conaill 5. But then we're down into the last 4 minutes of the match. It's been tough. It's been, Kilcar had the better of the first half, didn't get enough scores. Naomh Conaill definitely had the better of the second half.
Leo McClune's kick out's improved, but it's Porrick Sweeney again on the attack out to his brother Mark. Mark inside, but well blocked down by Hugh McDevitt, winning the ball. Leaving it out to centre half back Donald Cape up along the line, out too close to the sideline, out over the line. Dara Gallagher coming, but he just couldn't win it, and that ball's gone over the line. Francis McGuigan over there, the linesman on the far side of the field. That's the stand side of the field. And Oisin McFadden standing over the ball just inside the 70-metre lines. That's the Naomh Conaill 70-metre line, but a poor ball from McFadden, well cut out by Donald Cape, takes the return and goes forward again as Anton Thompson looks up, sees what his options. He's got 1 or 2 on the outside, but he likes to send it down long inside to Brendan McDyer. McDyer spotting that Owen Wade coming off his shoulder. This is good play out to James Gallagher winding up for the shot. James Gallagher sends it high on the other point. James, brother of Dara, we better not forget the Gallagher brothers either. James, brother of Dara, certainly now over. A good move out of defence, well spotted there by Anton Thompson, outside to Donald Cape back to Thompson, inside to Brendan McDyer, and well, James Gallagher showed great maturity in that one, high and through and over the bar.
Conaill had worked the ball up the field. Kilcar had the ball down there for long time. Conaill worked the ball up the field. Great score by James Gallagher. And I mean, that's I think 6 points in a row they've got, all coming from play. And it's a game of two halves. Kilcar had the better of the first half, didn't really take their scores. And Conaill definitely been a better team in the second.
Yes, just under 2.5 minutes to go, plus whatever additional time we're going to have. Hefty challenges going in all round. Noel Hegarty quiet, second half brilliant, first half McFadden. Oisin McFadden chips a hefty knock that goes to ground, and the ball goes over the bar. In actual fact, for a score, Paddy McBride is allowing the score. Oisin McFadden, a hefty challenge there as he hit that ball, but the score counts, and the margin's back to a single point again. That's Kilcar's first score in something like 16 minutes.
Yes, first score in 16 minutes, Thomas said. James Boyle got a point from free. It's only their second point from play that Kilcar have got. But it's good leadership by Oisin McFadden to get that score. He was just getting hit as he hit it, and hit it to the outside of the boat. And this ball won in the middle of the field is going to be very, very interesting. Kilcar have taken on Owen Breslin coming on for Kilcar, but it's the next ball's important, and there's only that one kick in.
Yes, just under 1.5 minutes of normal time. We'll soon find what additional time, because the referee has already 2 minutes of additional time, so we're roughly about 3.5 minutes to go to decide who will be bringing home the Donald McAward title. That's the Donald McAward Cup, the Minor A Championship final. Kilcar on the attack again, the margin just down to a single point, and if the margin was that, no better man to be on the ball from a Kilcar point of view than Pádraig Sweeney. He launches this one in high, dropping in, but Hugh McDevitt over there goes to ground, wins the ball goes out for a 45 in actual fact. Hugh failed to hold the ball the first time, it went from his glass. There was a couple of Kilcar men in there as well, and this is an ideal opportunity, probably on a heavy pitch, in a drier pitch. Certainly one would feel that a minor could take it and send it over the bar, but Oisin McFadden, well, he's stepping up to the responsibility. A 45 metre free, a 45 metre kick in actual fact. Oisin McFadden with it, chipping it in. It could work out okay, dropped in there and well grabbed at the second attempt by Hugh McDevitt. He's fouled on the way out. Kilcar about to make a substitution, number 23. That's number 23. I'm not quite sure. Martin 22 it is in actual fact. Owen Breslin who's coming on, and I think it's Barry McBearty is the player making way. Barry coming off there. He's a little bit disconsolate, a little bit disappointed. He's side trailing the point. Naomh Conaill again with the ball. Michael Regan, very good second half from Michael the wing back to Hugh McDevitt the full back, outside to Donald Tape, coming into the game, winning crucial ball at vital stages. He's fouled, he's pulled back. We're in injury time, we're 2 seconds into injury time. We're going to have 2 minutes of additional time. It's still tense, it's still tight, it's still anybody's game, but Naomh Conaill, who had failed to score in the opening 30 minutes, well, they're leading by a point, 7 points to 6. Nothing between the sides here in this game. The ball breaking in there, it's getting away with James Gallagher again on the pole, going down, going to ground, and certainly this could be it. A free in from the 20 metre line for Naomh Conaill, and a great opportunity for Brendan McDyer. Will it be that Brendan will take it, or I think in actual fact it's Anton Thompson going forward to take this one. It's slightly to the left of the post and probably does favour a right-footed kicker.
Yeah, I don't understand why Darragh Gallagher's not taking that kick. He's normally the free kicker would take it out, but it definitely is Anton Thompson. I mean, you've said he covered there. What a cutout again by Hugh McDevitt up the other end of the field, won the ball and worked it down the field. And it's been a difference in the second half as well. They've taken their chances, kicked good scores and playing, and you think that when this ball goes over the bar, we've gone up to 31 minutes.
Anton Thompson sends it straight into and over the bar. Who's first of the game as far as my can make it out? Thompson, the midfielder, of course, brother of Aaron and brother of Leon as well. Last year's minor winning teams. Naomh Conaill about to think of making another substitution, but they've gone 2 points up again, and we're into injury time. We're into the final minute of this game as Owen Wade with the ball flicks it back outside to Eugene Malloy to Leonard McDyer, flicking inside to Conor McNeil. Is coming into the game very much in the last quarter, inside to Owen Wade. He got one 2 weeks ago. He sends this one in high, it goes in off the upright, breaking out, got out for the left and wide. Brian Reid tried to keep it in play, but it had gone out behind the line before Brian, a second half sub, who scored a point as well. Naomh Conaill about to make a substitution down here to his right, number 20 coming on for Naomh Conaill. That's Michael O'Malley, and the player that's making way is number 13, James Gallagher. Scored a point a couple of moments ago, and really at this stage I suppose it's a time-killing exercise. 8 points to Naomh Conaill, 6 points to Kilcar.
wasting time on feel out they're just going to put in the gun 32 minutes to say that they're looking at Kilcar need a goal now at this stage and really haven't looked like getting a goal.
Yes, the kick out coming is a very good one for Barry McGinley into the middle of the field. Conor McNeill leaves it for Brendan McDyer. Certainly played very well this afternoon. Inside again to Brian Reid. Back out to Conor McNeill. Is close to the sideline. Down towards the river. Finn into the ground. Trying to get back outside to Leonard McDyer. Spots well Kieran Boyle has gone on his inside. But McDyer does well. Sends that ball inside. But a poor ball on the end. And the corner back for Kilcar taking that ball away. And Kilcar coming in. Trailing by 2 points. Luke Carr, the captain, outside to Noel Hegarty. Noel Hegarty sending it up along James Boyle and Hugh McDevitt go for the ball. Boyle goes to ground, McDevitt goes back, covers the position. Paddy McBride, the referee, looks at his watch, waves play on. The ball is over there on the far side to Michael Regan. Michael Regan flicks it inside to Anton Thompson as the referee. The referee blows the final whistle. Michael Regan with the ball, but Naomh Conaill have won the title. And the Donald World Cup is heading back to Naomh Conaill and Glenties for the second time in 2 years.
Yeah, definitely, and deservedly so. Look at it in the second half. It'll be interesting to see Tom Hunn last a team didn't score in the first half in the county final, went on to won that final, but they were definitely by far the better side in the second half. When you consider it, they've got all the scores, and I mean, Kilcar in the end up only got 2 points to play, one from Washington and one from James Boyle. But Kilcar controlled the game the first half and didn't get enough scores when they went on. They've come in the second half, controlled that match, and had so great leaders and got, I think it was 6 points in a row that they got from play in the stage of the second half from the 13th minute to the 27th minute, and that was the difference. And if we look at it from the Naomh Conaill point of view, the full back line, Hugh McDevitt and Brendan McDevitt, the two brothers, are excellent full back and held them together when it was important in the first half. Half back line came more into the game in the second half when Owen Wade pushed forward, created a bit of problems for Kilcar when they changed their tactics. Donald kept going on the ball, and Michael Regan, as you said, Tom, got on a lot of ball. Eugene Malloy and Thompson came into the game and they needed them as leaders in the second half, came into the game well. Colin McNeill was maybe by his own high standards quiet game, but kicked a very good score in the first side. So did Leonard McDyer and so did Darragh Gallagher. The three of them, Darragh Gallagher came into the game, kicked that great point. That was a point that would lift any team, would lift the senior team. And inside James Gallagher got the point. Bren McDyer, who I thought worked tremendously hard all day, but from a Kilcar point of view, we're very proud of these lads in Kilcar. I mean, we said they're a young team and everything else. There will be another day for them, and maybe sometimes you have to, lose one to improve. But we're very proud of them. They played well today. They tried very, very hard.
And really, Martin, it was all down to they had 4 points on the board at half time. That wasn't a true reflection of their overall possession in the first half.
Yeah, they didn't get enough scores. They needed to be further ahead at half time, and Naomh Conaill were able to regroup, in fairness to them, and regroup well in the dressing room at half time. And I mean, that's the difference. We look out onto the field and all the supporters are around the Naomh Conaill team and all going down there. That's the difference, one lose. But Kilcar players, they're good lads. They will play at senior level later on. As I said, they're a young side who play good football, and Naomh Conaill were the better side over the hour, and that's what it's about. It's about one goal there. They scored more points from play, and when they got on top, they put Kilcar. They put the scores on the board where Kilcar didn't. But Naomh Conaill, if we look at it, Tom, over there, were the better side.
Obviously, second minor title back to back. Naomh Conaill emerging as a force, or should be emerging as a force.
Yeah, should be definitely emerging as a force. And the interesting one is, and we look at the Carrickmorlands and Tyrone and the Tone thing, where none of them had played senior football either. It's a good thing they haven't played senior football. Now, even looking at them out there, as we said, a lot of tired legs. Fellas will be tired tonight. I mean, a lot of good players who can play football, and we wish Eugene Malloy the best luck, because he's a good, big, strong player, and that's the type of players you need to see at the level. When he goes for his operation, and they've a lot of good footballers there. Definitely a force. You have to be when you won 2 minors back to back. And what they want to do now is go on and win under 21s. They're going to be most of them all playing senior football, and they're nice, talented players. And I mean, you've got to work harder. It doesn't just happen, Tom. But just because you won 2 minors will make it different. But if they work on it, and I know that club, and they will put in a lot of hard work. They're a hard-working club, and it's important. And they're a club that to be nice to see them win a senior championship. They're a club I know a lot of the people, and it'd be good to see them win a senior championship. And they've got the players, and hopefully at some stage that they will win.
I would like to give the medal to the referee, Paddy McBride.